It's the pastimes.
Don't touch me.
Come on, it's a podcast. We're doing it in we don't normally do this in person. You know what we do here. Each week, we go through a newspaper from a random date in history picked out by none other than Dave Anthony. I, Gareth Reynolds, have never seen it, and neither has this week's guest. In for two again. The great. And people were surprised at this crossover.
They were.
And I said Randy Blythe last. Randy Blythe.
It is. It's me.
Randy Blythe. The Pulse of Lamb of God. Truly one of the greatest shows.
You cut off the head. Is there a lamb?
One of the greatest shows I've ever seen at the Forum. Also, one of the greatest VIP experiences I've ever had.
Really?
But right before a song, Randy goes, "This one's dedicated to my friend Gareth Reynolds." I was like, holy fuck. It was amazing.
Sold out Forum show. VIP, the backstage was hopping. We had me, your brother, Bill Burr, Mark Manson.
It was awesome.
And a bunch of Danzig and all these other people.
I didn't get to do the Danzig cross. I missed him.
You missed
it.
I still believe
I don't know if I can go around Danzig.
I still believe him to not be real.
He's real.
Until
For years, I would threaten to fight him on Twitter. So I don't know if I can be around him. I would just randomly say, "I'm ready to fight you whenever you want, Danzig." And he never responded.
I don't think he's aware of,
because he's fucking pussy.
I don't think.
And I think that's for the best.
Well, he can't. He's scared.
Okay.
I get it.
All right, well, you're doing it again.
There you go. Trying to start a beef between me and Glenn.
So you've got your new book coming out.
Yes, February 18th.
And that's the day of the book tour too.
Yeah, the book launch is in New York. Book launch party is in New York at Arena Powerhouse Books. I'm doing an in conversation with my buddy Alex Skolnick, thrash metal legend.
Go to find out the information for the book tour?
RandyBlythe.net.
And we should say Blythe is spelled like Blythe.
Yeah, Randy Blythe, BLYTHE. But yeah, and then from there it goes to Philly and ends out in California, March 12th, 13th, and 14th. And it's going to be...
How much do you want to say about what you're doing on the book tour?
We can say whatever.
Well, you're working on... You don't want to just sit there and like read from the book.
No, I'm not.
So you're trying to come up... You're providing different stories
than that's in the book.
In the book. And I've heard some of the stories, and they are... The fact that they're not in the book must be... It really says a lot about the book, but the fucking story he sent me is so amazing. I mean, honestly, I was with Luke. We were in the van listening to it, and we like stopped to go to like a Hy-Vee to get some food. Luke got deviled eggs, and it was disgusting. But we were just silent. We were just silent, and I every now and then would like throw out an idea because the story is so fucking great.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
And you get an extra finger in the story. Let's just say
there's an extra finger involved.
There's an extra finger involved.
It's all good.
What do you think of that? Tough guy? Still gonna fight Danzig? I didn't think so.
Yeah, I'll fight Danzig.
Stop
it. Anytime he's ready. Like I've been saying this for 10 years. Danzig, wherever, whenever.
Well, you told me a story about Danzig. Like he found a cat under the tour bus.
Yeah, it's his bass player told me about it. But yeah, Glenn is really into cats.
And he like found a cat under the bus, and then that cat was his on the road.
Well, he rescued it. He's very
road cat.
Who rescued?
That's a classic. That's
how you found me.
Trope. Road cat. This is my road cat here.
Yeah.
Glenn's a good dude though. We auctioned off a portrait I took of him for hurricane relief a while ago after the things hit Asheville.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And you guys are getting aid from that. We here in California,
we're not getting anything.
Yeah, you guys aren't getting anything.
We got to make some changes.
You do.
He's got notes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
And truly, that show at the Forum was fucking awesome. So
I was so happy you guys could come.
Can we put the camera on Randy here for a sec?
Why?
Why is Bill Burr the only guy with his podcast advertised in this studio?
Oh, don't.
I don't know, Bill. Hi.
Well, you want to know?
Do you want me to? I can message him.
You might be able to get Bill on our podcast easier than the company that we work. Bill's company that we.
I mean,
work
I've known Bill for 20 years. I should be able to get him on.
Oh, Bill, yeah, I've discussed you with Bill.
He's a great avoider.
I'll ask my drummer to be like.
Follows me on Instagram. That happens.
If I make it happen, you can get me on Marin.
I really don't think you'll have an issue getting on. I got on Marin.
I can get you on Marin.
Really?
Yeah.
I get
He's
it.
actually here.
Dude.
You want to do it now instead of this? Marin's here.
I
More
would
than
love to meet him and send him my book, dude.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I guarantee
I would
you.
love to do it.
Yes, I guarantee you he'll.
Let me text him.
He is the best.
And what's great about
He's not the
Marin's
best,
show,
but I get it.
the best, like you get a lot of. Do you find this? Do you get a lot of mugs and hoodies?
You know what I did? You know what I did for Christmas for Lisa?
Huh? Your lovely Lisa.
Lovely Lisa. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Shout out.
And Lydia. I ordered one of the mugs.
The Marin mugs?
Yes,
they're the best.
It was like $110.
Holy shit!
But
so
they're handmade.
You get it for free.
You get it for free, and that's what I'm hoping I'll get.
The
one.
mug is the best because it podcasts. You do a lot of podcasts. You get a lot of mugs, comedy. You get a lot of hoodies, like stand up or whatever shows. They're always giving you hoodies, but the Marin mug rises above all other mugs.
That
King
was
mug.
That was her Christmas present.
Good. Well, now you get one for free.
I think the best mug is the cat. Hang in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's similar to Marin's mug, but a little more artistic.
No,
Do you have
A
cats?
classic. I've had
worms.
I've had cats. I've had 3 cats in my life, all gone, and but now I have dogs because I have a son, and dogs are better for young boys than cats.
That sounds really
that
weird.
Study's not real.
No, it's not a study. It's just like
not a study. All of a sudden,
you can't go outside and play fetch with the fucking cat.
Absolutely, you can.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Depends what you're throwing.
This is the craziest shit that's ever happened.
One time I put tuna on a boomerang. That cat. All right. All right, Randy. Look, we're gonna do the premise of the show now.
Let's do the premise.
Do you want to guess what year you think this is from? Now that you're again, the good news is no matter what year you guess, Dave will say that you're closer than I am because Dave has like some.
No, there's always a reason.
I thought about this last night.
Okay.
January 20th, 1925.
Wow.
That's
no joke.
I will say that I think it's the first time I think I've lost before I guessed.
Yeah, you totally lost. January 20th, 1925.
I'll say I'm going to price this right.
A little over 100 years ago.
I'm going to go January 21st, 1925. I'm going to do what I can.
Randy is closer. It is April 4th, 1927.
Damn, dude, you were fucking right there.
Yeah.
So we're still in the roaring 20s.
Yeah, things
are about to roar up.
I would guess.
And then if you know anything, you know about history.
Oh God,
big
fan
from learning from him.
Big
you
fan.
know what happened after the Roaring 20s, right?
We had the meowing 30s.
It was all good.
Everything was great.
So when we started eating cats.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
They're eating cats.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't say that. I feel like you might want to retire that just because he's a monster.
Who?
Trump.
How long until he eats a cat on stage? It's his closer. It's like Gallagher's watermelon.
I like.
All right, before I get out of here, we found this one. Den Glanzig sent this one to us. This is a Den Glanzig one.
I love being in the group of people who don't like any of them. There's people like, I hate Trump. Oh, you Democrat? Nope, hate them too.
That's the best. That's the best. That's my favorite. We were talking about how when you post, like when Elon did a Nazi salute and you post whatever it is about it, and you get all those little sycophants going, dude, he was saying my heart goes out to you, and you're just like, how the fuck did you end up here? And then they're like, well, I guess you're sad Biden's gone. Cry laughing emoji. He's not coming back. And you're like, I don't like him.
I don't know.
I don't care for him.
Don't like any of them.
Aaron has a picture of him in Danzig.
Whoa.
Oh,
I love that he's sending that.
I have many pictures of me, Glenn. It's great too. I love
Put it up on the. Go ahead and.
All right.
Yeah.
GD.
Yeah.
Shout out to GD.
Yeah. Our man. All right. Never eats a cat.
This is the Honolulu Star Advertiser.
Honolulu Star.
Yeah. I thought, you're a surfer.
Shaka.
April 4th, 1927.
That's the 3 fingers, right?
Submarine rams Bridge Causeway on trial cruise.
A submarine. Oh, submarine hit a cruise.
Hit a bridge.
Hit a bridge.
That's like against the model.
Well, sometimes a bridge will move.
Yeah.
You're blaming this on the bridge?
Got to be the bridge.
I think this is a submarine
Or
crash.
the submarine was maybe not even fully submerged.
I think they came up. They were like,
maybe they were looking with the periscope, like trying to.
bridge.
Maybe they hate the bridge.
What is that thing?
Yeah.
Maybe the bridge is one of those ones that it's up and then it just slams down.
Forgetting what a drawbridge is?
This happened in Vallejo, California. The submarine S-17, not a
The
good
best
name.
I was going to say, it's a little U-boaty right there.
Yeah, call it whatever, Frank. Give it a name. Maybe it's mad. That's why it hit the bridge.
See, I was 17. Yeah, there's hunting down to the bridge. Nine.
We're not there yet. It's 1927. So this could
It's
be
coming, though. It's coming.
This is a traitor submarine. The submarine S-17 on a practice run on the surface today crashed into the causeway supporting the Mark Island drawbridge. Mayor
So
Island
it was a drawbridge.
Yes.
So you're right.
Always.
So did the bridge hit the submarine? You should know.
No members of the crew were injured. The S-17, a new large type, so it's a big boy.
And I
It's the
love
new
when
big
they're
boy.
using the military terms.
Yeah.
A new large type.
A new large one. Has recently been overhauled and was being tested to rejoining the fleet. As the underwater craft approached the Mare Island Bridge, the draw failed to rise, and attempts to stop the ship by reversing its engine failed. You can't turn on a submarine.
No, there's no brakes.
No.
Well, I still think, couldn't they just be like, let's go under? They have another card to play. They're not a boat.
Oh, they could have. Maybe they can't dive that fast. Maybe they weren't
Can't
ready.
dive
Maybe
that
there's
fast.
there's probably guys all over the deck, waving and shit. That's
Yeah,
what I
like,
do
let
on a
them-
sub.
Kick them off.
The bridge.
Yeah.
See,
Nice
there he
bridge.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. It's not a booze cruise.
it might. How do you know? It could be a booze.
It was a
cruise.
surface cruise.
I like.
I mean, it's a celebratory. We're taking out for the first time cruise, so it's a booze
all right.
cruise.
All right. Well, I mean, I would say get your head in the game, but
Yeah, the whole bottom of the sub, everyone's just fucking and drinking the whole
playing
down
Dungeons
there.
and Dragons.
Playing Dungeons
I
and
love how
Dragons.
that is where
I
you're
don't
the
know.
rock star and you're the one throwing in Dungeons and
Yeah, that
Dragons
was-
Well,
to the fuck drug party.
I agree.
Randy.
Have you ever met any submariners?
I mean, usually people don't pronounce it like that, so no.
I'm trying to- my brain's trying to figure it out.
They don't.
Subs? Are you talking about subs? Subs? or-
Submariners. People who serve.
Oh
on
yeah,
submarine.
you live in
From
Virginia for
Norfolk,
all that time,
Norfolk
so
Naval Base.
you're all about sailors and
Yeah, all the
submariners.
time.
Yeah.
Well, they
Well, in California, we don't say submariners; we say ship guys.
Yeah.
ship guys.
Yeah, we say underwater boaters.
Well, we called them growing up because of the world's largest naval base. The Navy guys come up, but the submariners, it gets weird down there. I talked to
I
a few,
bet.
but we called them bubbleheads because they were like
They were just
under,
like,
but they come out from underwater, 2 months,
oh yeah,
They're
it
out of
has
their
to be.
minds.
and gets a little weird
Yeah.
down there.
Well, you
Yeah.
That's
you
why you
got
gotta-
It's like when you come off tour, your brain's like not.
yeah.
It's the same way.
It's-
yeah, but you're
that's
still
worse.
able to like
Yeah.
go to like a tree if you want, like to have no choice but to be down there, like that. Like I was real high on a plane once, and I
Oh,
did
that's
start
weird.
going.
Is that
like,
the only time?
No, and I was really going like, I can't get off. It like started to fuck with me a little bit.
I'm in the sky.
Yeah, we're real high up, and I can't do anything about
I
it.
just can't. You're
Deal with it.
realizing your utter lack
The-
of control.
The
in these
limitations of
situations.
yes, and so I would imagine on a submarine, it's probably one of those things you think.
Was that when you shit your pants? Were you the one that shit your pants on the plane?
Well, the good news about this podcast is we both shit our pants on a plane before.
On a plane?
Yeah.
It's on
but
my
I,
album. Yeah,
I
my
shit my
experience was
pants.
crazy.
I shit my pants once and then also was too high, but they're separate stories. I did, when I was too high on the plane, I did also take my boxers off, but that was just because my head started playing tricks on me and said, go to the bathroom and get your boxers off. But Dave was with Drew Carey when he shit
I
his
was on a
pants.
ship. I was on a
Oh, a
plane
ship.
going to.
I went to Disneyland with Drew Carey.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
shit your pants?
Oh, isn't that
You've
an
gotta
experience?
shit if you go out
going
with Drew.
to. That's like the star experience because you're at the front
Yes.
of every line. It's great.
Yeah.
I was with Drew, and we were going to the Netherlands straight from the World Cup. The World Cup game ending, we all went straight to the plane. That means
Right.
there's a bunch of drunk Dutch people on there,
Right.
and they'll have to use the bathroom, and I also have to use the bathroom. So standing in line for the bathroom, I slowly shit my pants.
Good.
Slowly, yeah. That's it.
I have only shit my pants once as an adult.
Stop. I see this. I don't believe.
Only once.
I wish I could say only once on the Peloton.
Only once. And it was hot. It was in the summer. Me and my ex were out with another couple, and they were house shopping. So we were like, oh, let's go look at houses with them. And it was in like August. And I was drinking a Starbucks iced mocha.
Ooh, you're about to make one.
And we were going to different houses, and none of the houses had running water because they were for sale.
Oh, I
You know,
love
the
how
wa-
bad.
The water. So I'm like, I got to take a shit. So finally, I was like, honey, they'll give you a ride home. I got to go home. So I'm riding home. riding in my old, it was a cop car. A buddy of mine had told me, and I'm riding home, and I'm like cramping up at traffic lights, but still doing the stupid thing and taking sips of this coffee, like an idiot.
Yeah.
And it was hot, and I made it all the way up to the front steps of the house. I got my key into the door and turned the door, and it just exploded. Yeah. And I was wearing shorts, cut off camouflage shorts.
Beautiful.
Looks like you're doing extra camo.
So the coffee was coming down.
Yeah, I was holding him at the bottom, and I ran into the bathroom, right? And I took him down.
Is good. Yeah.
And somehow, when I released the pants, I don't know what happened. Shit went everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you handled it well.
It went everywhere. Right. And then I sat down on the toilet.
For what?
And I cried. I started crying. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Man.
And then.
That is a traumatic one.
And then I got up. I took my pants off. There was shit all over the toilet lid. I ran out. I grabbed some paper towels and I ran into the house and wiped up the little bit that I had tracked
while
in.
weeping.
Yeah, I was still crying. And then I came in, and then my ex came home, and she was like, "What's going on in there?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Leave me alone." She's like, "Did you shit your pants?" And I'm like, "Oh God,
they're shorts. First of all,
shorts." I don't know why
I wish they were pants.
I burst into tears.
We burst into a lot. See, that is to me is wild because I was having this conversation.
I was sober too. That sucked.
That does suck. I was having this conversation with a club manager, and she was like, "I've shit my pants once, and as an adult." And I was like, "Men just shit their pants. We just shit more."
Yeah, we do more often.
But you've only done one. Like I would say 2 to 3 times a year.
Women pee their pants more as they get older.
I pee women's pants, which I'm legally not allowed to do anymore.
How did we get to shitting our pants from the submarine?
Submarine. You're down there. You're shitting.
You're shitting your pants.
Yeah. Shitting your pants.
I guess.
As the underwater craft approached the Mare Island Bridge, the drawbridge failed to rise, and attempts to stop the ship, reversing its engines, failed. The S-17 veered sharply and crashed the bridge. Because the submarine is still pinioned beneath the draw. It's stuck.
Wow.
Damage to the vessel cannot be estimated, although it is believed the wreckage will be slight. The bridge was damaged to the extent of $10,000. If the bridge was damaged to $10,000, then the submarine was way worse.
Yeah.
Well, we can't tell because they're now merged.
They're pinioned.
Yeah, that's the medical term. Pinioned is very good.
I haven't used that in quite some time.
I pinioned my pants on a flight.
Pinion.
It was awful. I was stuck with the toilet. I could assess the damage.
You will.
So that is the first story in the Honolulu papers about a California drawbridge submarine.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of these are not local.
But I guess $10,000 back then. It's like the Baltimore Bridge, kind of.
Yeah. I guess. Why does it keep doing this? I'm having issues here.
What's going on?
It just keeps it. When I tell it to back up, it's going haywire. Taking it all.
Yeah, have you tried talking to it a little?
It's like that's what they were trying to do on the submarine. They're like, back it up, back it up, full reverse.
Back it up.
It didn't work.
Have you tried talking to it a little more?
Here's a headline: Fists flailing, rocks fill air. In a bombardment of flying rocks staged by Magalito Amstead at King Street and Desha Lane yesterday afternoon, 4 persons were injured, among them a Japanese girl who was sent to Queens Hospital with a fractured right ankle.
Where is this?
This is in Honolulu.
Oh, in Honolulu.
According to Captain of Police POA, in Amstead and Torrado Brasillo were engaged in a fistic encounter.
Fistic and rocket.
Yeah.
They're fist fighting on the street.
It doesn't seem as if they had the aloha spirit.
Yeah,
no.
Not the aloha spirit.
No.
Shortly after 1:00 yesterday afternoon, when Amstead discovered that he was getting the worst of the battle, he broke away and ran to a nearby rock pile.
I love it. It's a convenient.
Yeah. I think that's right.
You use what's there.
I think that's right. I think we're all saying that's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's what you do. You're getting your ass kicked. You're like, what do I have?
Yeah, what's a rock?
Rocks.
The nearby rock pile.
A rock pile is perfect. Now, this Japanese girl,
she's just walking by.
I don't care for her involvement, to be quite honest with you.
In short order, the air was filled with flying rocks, and Amstead apparently was not particular who was on the receiving end.
You see, there's
this guy was fast. The air was filled.
He's just throwing rock after rock.
It's also, that's what you would rather read in the paper than the sort of, it's a little too poetic for a rock fight.
Yeah, no, they're using
like the language is a little too.
It should be fist fight.
Yeah, you should just be like, so then this guy runs over to a pile of rocks and he starts throwing it at the guy. You're not like,
and he's hitting everybody. He doesn't
unfaithful
care.
in his fist. He headed towards the pebble pile.
That's right. Basila was the first victim of the bombardment. He was treated at the emergency hospital for a deep cut on the forehead and abrasions about the body. Okay, so he took
got
a
fucked
few,
up way more than the
but
Japanese
he was the guy.
girl.
He was the guy that he was aiming at, so he should have taken the most.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
still,
He lost when it was in the pugilist stage.
Right.
yeah,
And then he took it to missiles.
And then it was different.
which is
and then shit changed.
Yeah, that's
no,
right.
it's a
And
very
then he's just like beaning Japanese chicks like,
yeah,
with rocks.
yeah. Well, listen, I mean, she was walking by,
She's walking by.
Should have coming.
right in the ankle.
Right?
El Kilohia was an interested spectator, was treated for a deep cut on the chin. So
So
he
how
was,
come we're
he was just, oh, this is kind of cool. Boosh, right on the
What's
chin.
this?
Well, I don't
What's that
understand
rock?
why the Japanese, is it because she's a child that we led with
Well,
her?
that's-
Because there's facial injuries.
Yes, it's because she's a child.
So
like,
sick of age being what an injury defines. You know what I mean? It's like
no.
kids get hurt. Oh, I'm the crazy guy. All right, whatever.
Jelican Fragnar. Boy,
Sure.
that's
What the? These are not Hawaiian sounding
they're
names
not,
to me.
But Hawaii.
This is Lord of
has
the Rocks.
A
Yeah.
massive mix of
Sure.
First there's the Portuguese and the
Sure,
Japanese.
sure,
There's
sure,
been a whole
sure.
bunch of people that have. Jalican or Yalican Fragnar, another spectator, was struck on the forehead and also was in need
Fragnar
of
got it in
surgical
the
treatment.
forehead.
He
I
took-
see it to
this
go
guy's hitting a
surgery.
lot of
Fragnar.
faces.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
pretty
There's
good.
two things that going on here. He's hitting a lot of faces, but also do people not know how to move their fucking heads?
Right.
Like there's
Well,
a
as
rock coming at you.
If you will remember, it's not just a rock coming at you. She said the air was filled with rock.
But he
Yeah,
can't
really-
So
it
is
was
he
like
grabbing-
a meteor shower.
He's
Does he-
cartoonishly heaving
maybe he has giant hands and he's picking up scoops and just throwing them.
I think once rocks start coming, it's pretty bad. Like it doesn't need to be a shitload. If it's like 3 rocks are in the air, that's bad.
Okay. Kunio Tanaka, employed as a waitress in a nearby restaurant, stepped
Another
out of her place of
Japanese.
business
So she.
to watch the affray just in time to receive a heavy rock on her right ankle and fell to the pavement. Okay, so she's not a girl. She's a waitress. They made it sound like she was a
You
child.
can't
Not
be a girl and a waitress.
She's a waitress.
Yeah, that
But
you
they were
know.
making her sound like a child. I
They
doubt
were.
this is a child.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think this is a child.
Yeah, and she got ankle shotted. So that
She
to
got
me,
ankle-
of
yeah.
all of them, is the
Depending
least.
on the rock. I mean,
Yeah. No, well,
rock
yeah.
to the ankle.
No, it's
that
not good.
hurts. That hurts.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's no, it definitely hurt.
She fell to the pavement. The girl was given first aid at the emergency hospital and then sent to Queens Hospital. At this stage of the proceedings, spectators lost interest.
Well, the Japanese chick is out.
All
She's
right.
done. We're done.
I'm surfing.
That's all. Yeah.
Boring.
Boring.
The sub hits a bridge.
Dude, it's 3 to 4 out
Hey,
back at the bay.
He's
We're going
getting low
surfing.
on rocks. Let's get out of here.
They lost interest.
Yeah, it is strange.
Yeah. Armstead kept up his hurling of rocks until police officer Sam Akella broke through the barrage
I would
and
stick
placed
with
him
it.
under arrest.
I would definitely not have left.
Like everybody left, and he's just angry, throwing rocks at nothing at this point.
I'm
I
not saying I'm
mean,
glad the cops show up to
you
something,
are.
but you shut up. But you still you hang around for. You know what I mean? You're like, this plot got a little thicker.
Yeah.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home's a bad.
That's what they should say too. By the way, before they break down a door illegally without a warrant. Daddy's home.
I mean,
What was that, Archie Bunker?
yes, that was Archie
He would
Bunker.
come home.
Daddy's home.
No, he wouldn't say daddy's home.
What would he say?
He would,
I'm gonna be racist.
a meathead. Or what?
I'm gonna sit in that chair and be a little racist.
Yo, eat it.
I think he came in. He said, fuck, cunt.
You know, the crazy thing is if you look at how old that actor was,
How old was he? Wasn't that
he
old?
wasn't old at all.
Because he
Like,
still had In the Heat of the Night
Right.
to do.
yeah, he was in like his 40s or something.
40s
Yeah.
And-
back then was so different.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. They were much older looking.
yeah, like high school students.
He was like
there.
31.
Yeah, like mustaches and
Yeah.
shit.
Bald, like they get out of high school. They're like, well, that's it. I'm in the factory. Straight to the factory. You look 40.
And
right
this is
away.
the face that Cole built.
If they want divorces, let them have them.
Ah, there we
Oh,
go.
fuck.
I disagree.
Wow.
And we're going to get rid of divorces here in America soon.
Oh, fuck.
This is Reno,
Not
Nevada.
for Hegseth.
Out of Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
The
Well, Reno.
people know what they want. Why not give it to them? Governor Fred Balzar said today in asserting that he is thoroughly in sympathy with the new law, which makes Nevada the easiest state in the matter of divorce.
That's careful because it sounded like Nevada. Well, you got to think they're going from Vegas
Right.
and then they're like an hour and a half away. Like, this is not working out.
This is not working out.
So we should probably undo this in Reno.
Yeah.
Come to Prim.
But they're like,
Number one for abortions. Like each city in Vegas is just there to undo a mistake. Welcome to Prim. Number one in HIV testing.
That's right.
this like going to Vegas to get divorced. Okay, but going to Reno, man, it's sad. That's a sad
Bro.
marriage. Reno is the saddest town in America.
Right.
It's somehow worse than Atlantic City.
There
Well,
is no question that Nevada is the worst state to drive through. It's Arizona, but I would say it's Nevada.
I still think it's Texas.
Yeah, but you get some good. It's so big that you get it all.
But that go on from
It's
west.
a time suck.
Oh,
But Nevada is where you're like, ugh.
Nevada's not great.
Like we should try to sell it. We should try to trade it for Greenland,
Okay.
That's
Reno
what we
is,
should be
they
going
call
for.
it what? The
the biggest little
Biggest
city
little
in
city.
the world or something.
Yeah,
the
biggest
first
little
time I
city.
went there, I was out squatting on the West Coast.
Oh wow.
And a friend of mine from the East Coast I'd met on the streets was like, do you want to get the fuck out of here? And I was like, yes. So we got in a van that a friend of his had. It had no gas cap.
Sure.
So
No,
we put
that's not. By the way, those are recommended.
we put a
not
sock in
must.
it so it looked like a Molotov.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah,
cocktail.
say.
yeah.
And we were like spare changed our way back, but one of our first stops was in Reno,
Mhm.
and we took acid there,
Sure. That's a
And-
terrible place.
and it was
to
a
go.
horrifying
Yeah,
experience.
it's a really bad place.
It was
That is.
Yeah.
That
It's
sounds like a sentence.
it was really
versus
not
a
good.
choice.
It
it's
was
the
not a good
opposite of
night.
being like, you should go out in the forest and take acid. This is
No.
like
Yeah.
not
Well,
what you
even
do.
I've done mushrooms in Vegas, and even that
That's
is
not good.
not a
No,
great
dude,
idea
that's
because
not
eventually
good.
you're like, these poor people.
Yeah, Vegas is a terrible
Like someone's
place.
just at a slot
Yeah.
machine, and you're like, ma'am, go find a
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, that was the thing about oh my God. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was that I just wouldn't want to be that high in Vegas
No.
ever.
But Reno is
Reno.
even worse.
Huh?
Well, Reno's terrible. Reno's awful.
Like,
A cloud settles over Methopolis.
What's crazy about Reno is if you go there on like, because I had to work there Christmas week as a stand-up once, and
not sad.
all these Japanese people come because it's not a Japanese holiday, so they know they just take over the casinos.
Right.
And so it's just all,
what you do is you
Yeah.
throw rocks their way.
yeah, I
That's
did.
what I always do.
Yeah, I
Did you get lots of yucks from the Japanese?
I mean, it
Dave's
wasn't
huge
great.
in Japan.
I'm big. Yeah, I'm a really big Japanese.
Dave's real big in Japan. They love it.
Okay, back to this. The last session of the legislature reduced the time of residence for divorce seekers in Nevada from 6 months to 3 months.
Great.
Divorces should be granted in a month if it is found that the people want them in much a short time, the governor said. It's all a question of public taste, and just now that seems to be swinging toward easy divorces. I can't believe this is still going on in 1927. I thought it would have been already.
I'm not surprised.
So this was the beginning of the breakdown of the nuclear family
Thank God.
That's right.
right there
That's right.
in Nevada.
Well, the whole West was like,
Well,
you
it's
know,
the acceptance
divorce
of-
colonies, like was what they were
Divorce
called. Yeah, they were divorce colonies. So you would, or especially earlier, you would have to go to like a place to get a divorce. So these Western cities like made like
That was their.
that was their
The
thing.
call.
Like we're a place where you can get divorces. So then people would have to go live there for 6 months and spend money. And
Really?
yeah.
Oh, so you would have to have residency to get. Now, see, that's
Yep.
a movie. That would be a movie.
That is a
So
movie.
You got to live
back
together
then,
for 6 months. To
Nevada,
get divorced.
instead of everybody moving there to avoid paying income tax, like everybody from California
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that has moved there,
Yeah.
it was everybody going there to avoid paying their wife anymore.
Well, I mean, it would also be like the arguments in that state. It would be like it's a state of people who just want to get divorced, but
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
move there. So just be like, I told you.
I guess the couples have to move there. Can you imagine how
like a
shitty
neighborhood
that would be? You've just had it.
Yeah.
With your wife.
Yeah.
You're like, let's go to fucking Reno.
Trying to find the apartment together.
And I think you probably have to live together.
Yes.
While you're there,
We have to live in a little house.
These closets are nice. Shut the fuck up.
In Reno.
Who gives a fuck about your closets?
Fucking Reno.
I like this tub. Well, I fucking hate it, Jack.
Yeah.
Shut up, Sheila. So do you guys want to sign the lease? Shut the fuck up. She's doing my head in again. I'll be in the car. Sign whatever. He does this all the time. This is why I can't stick around with a guy like this. You think he's going to commit to a lease? This guy can't do anything for 3 months. I can fucking hear you.
Do you know what's great is that I just explained divorce colonies to Gareth, even though we did a whole episode on them.
Oh.
I remember. By the way, we're going to do shit. We're going to start to do, like in certain places, if we add a show, we're going to start to go. Dave is going to pick an old script that we did years ago, and we're going to redo it and both be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, because we've done so many. So it's not just me.
It's me.
That's right.
It's all me.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Okay. Well, that would.
U.S. boasts one lonely billionaire.
Only one?
Yeah. There are 207 persons in the U.S. with annual incomes of
sad.
1 million, 7 with annual incomes of 5 million, and there's one billionaire.
It is sad.
So sad.
It's sad, and not sad for the billionaire, but it's like we could have just
kept it there.
Yeah, we could have beheaded him and then been like, "Here's
yeah." So that's what
here's
happens.
the lesson.
That's what happens to you guys. So let's not do that.
That's a money hoarder, and that's a big problem for us here.
It doesn't say who it is.
It's also crazy in that year to be a billionaire.
Yes.
Well, no, 27. Like that's massive. Yeah, no.
Well, only because we're about to go through,
but there are
inequality. But even then, it's like
there are still the guys.
That's probably like a trillion.
The Carnegies and the guys who are just way out in front.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, that is a lot of money in 27.
Yeah.
That's like what Musk is about to be.
Well, but like I said, I think he's going to hit some hard times coming ahead.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I think good times ahead for Elon, and I support him.
He really stepped in it in Europe. He stepped in it. Europeans don't like that.
No,
because they went through it. It didn't work out well. They don't like it.
We'd like to learn their
what
lessons.
What are you talking about? It was great.
We'd like to learn their lessons here.
R.F. Byrne, a resident of the Dowsett tract, was treated at the emergency hospital last night for cuts over the right eye and under the chin.
Rocks.
Fists.
Oh.
Fists, right?
Sure.
Rocks?
I don't know. I mean,
you just assume rocks are flying through the air in Honolulu all the time?
I mean,
it was one thing.
It was a bunch of rocks. Could be the same guy. He could have quite an arm.
According to Officer Isaacs, Byrne collided with
Isaacs?
No, yeah. Alvin Isaacs, sorry.
He's awesome.
According to Officer Alvin Isaacs, Byrne collided with a telephone pole on Dowsett Avenue near his home.
Oh, so he ran into a pole.
Walking?
I'm hoping that he wasn't driving. I'm hoping
or surfing.
Surfing.
They put, back then they had poles out. Back then they had poles out.
And by the way, that would be a better business model than what we have now.
When neighbors came to Byrne's assistance, he made several wild swings at them.
Hell yeah.
So he's just
leave me by the pole, boy.
I love this guy.
I'm trying to help you.
Fuck you.
You ran into a pole.
It's my pole.
Pole came at me.
We're going to finish this, me and the pole. Street justice, boy.
Here we go.
It's a Jason Statham character.
He made several wild swings, which failed to connect, but which resulted in his falling to the pavement several times.
So is he shit-faced?
Yes.
Okay, he is.
Yeah. Causing several injuries.
Okay, all right. That makes a lot more sense.
After being treated at the emergency...
I don't like the way this guy fucking looked at me. You got a problem, Wireman?
That's a pole.
I'll tell you, I don't care where he's from. I'm German. You don't see me acting like that.
What you standing up so straight for, boy?
All right,
you think you're better than me?
Well, just because he's tall and made of wood. You lost. He got me pretty good. Hey, you're all right, Pole.
Yeah, okay.
I misjudged you.
Shake.
Put it there, Pole.
Now you don't want to shake.
Oh, wait. We got a big tough guy all of a sudden again. Jesus Christ.
It goes at him again.
Come here, you. I'm splintered.
Yeah, would.
I love Paul.
I love you. You're my little po-po.
Oh, my God.
After being treated, he was locked up for the night.
Why?
Wow.
That makes sense.
What happened?
He had to go night-night.
Pole fighter.
The Paul's there
the
on the
Paul
other end
fighter.
of the phone. Hey, Paul. I know we lost it a little bit last night. Say something.
I'm downtown, Paul.
Paul, I need you. But you're my one call. Who do you want your one call to be? The telephone pole?
The telephone pole.
This shouldn't be a hard one to connect. Which part?
Gay time on Random, say the students.
I've had that. I had a real gay time
On Randam.
I think it's a ship.
Okay.
It might be the
The
sub.
Ram Dam.
Random, maybe. RYN.
Gay time.
Okay.
On the Ram Them.
I think it's
Gay
Ram
time
Dam.
on the Ram Dam.
Gay
Yeah.
tay on the rain dam, maybe. Gay on the ray. That's what I'd call it.
I
That'd be
bet.
the Evite. We're getting gay on the ray annually.
This is a United News story out of Paris.
Of
Heading
course,
there-
Gay Perry.
That's
Gay
right.
Perry.
Yeah.
Petting their way around the world, some of the students on the
Petting?
SS,
That's
petting. Rindam, first co-educational floating university in history.
Whoa. Bury the lead.
this
Co-ed
is a
floating you?
fuck boat.
That's
Holy
right.
shit.
This is a
Now
fuck.
that should be hitting a bridge.
No, they made a fucking floating university for rich kids, and they
Right.
fingered and fucked across the ocean.
It's great. It's like
I don't like he led with fingered.
Fingered. Finger boat.
we have the fuck ferry
Fuck
that
ferry,
we take
yeah,
sometimes in Europe.
You guys go on the fuck ferry?
Yes.
And what is it exactly?
The fuck ferry goes from Sweden to Finland.
And it's just
And what it is because we have buses and all this shit. And,
Uh-huh.
you put the buses on there and it's all
okay.
these cabins. But young Swedish people and young Finnish people will be like, oh, let's just take the ferry over to Sweden
And bang the whole way.
and then back. And they just get completely fucking shit-faced
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's lots of hooking up. There's just vomit everywhere. You get a cabin,
That's awesome.
but we call it the fuck ferry.
I like
how
that
long,
a lot.
How long is the ride?
It's like 24 hours,
Oh,
a little
okay.
less.
Yeah.
So so there's time for fucking.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But they have it depends on what time of the year you're going as well, and whether it's a week or weekend, because sometimes
Weekend
it's old
must be
people.
nuts. I like.
Right.
I love old sex.
And then they have bars and lounges with
Yeah.
Hoompa bands and stuff. And
Yeah.
old Swedish people dancing or whatever.
I love to bang to polka or some tuba stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Boy, that would be.
If you get a tuba out, I'm hard.
That would. Well, I think you're.
The
saying
fuck
something
ferry is a
different.
lot of fun though.
I like the sound.
This
of it.
sounds like a proto fuck ferry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
it
I
does.
like that this is a school. This is a college.
Yeah.
It's an education.
It's an
University.
educational fuck ferry. Fuck fairy kill. Who would you?
They pointed out that the pastime is not unknown even in old-fashioned dry land colleges. So they're saying, hey, they're saying
people are banging on
Yeah,
land.
I
this
love the
isn't just
way-
on a boat.
I love the
So
way of
sex
calling
is
it.
not nautical.
It's not a water
educational nautical
Yeah.
activity
Right.
is not exclusive to boats.
Right.
You gotta
Students
love
have sex.
Yes.
You're telling me people have sex on dry land?
Yeah. Well,
dry land universities like we've forgotten what we're in water world. Tell us about the dry land universities, Papa.
I've never had sex on dry land.
I haven't either.
I haven't
Yeah, I
either.
have no idea.
No, but I'm finished.
This is fascinating.
There was a certain
History is fucking
It's
awesome.
It really
crazy.
is. There was a certain amount of necking on board, but no more than I saw at the University of Colorado last
Who's
year.
this guy on there well, there's a little bit of they're dry humping, but that's not enough.
That said George T. McClure of Boulder, Colorado, a junior.
Junior.
The students received mail in Paris,
I bet some of them did.
which caused them to face their landing in New York with some apprehension.
Yeah, you don't
Okay,
wanna
so
get
they
off.
knew that everyone knew it was a fuck.
Parents have heard that
Yeah, everyone's like,
they're on the fuck ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They learned in newspaper clippings and letters of petting parties and highly charged cocktail parties.
This is awesome.
Petting
Cologne?
party.
Absolutely.
From Cologne to Constantinople.
What the fuck? I love how
That's
they're
like a lyric.
I know that.
From Cologne to Constantinople.
Heavy petting is great.
Petting parties.
Also, the confusion of like, did you get off? Like, no, we're at sea. No.
No.
Did you finish? No, I'm Swedish.
From the co-ed side, there was a denial of any wild parties or unusual necking, although it was admitted that the college rule of going to bed at 9 o'clock was broken with fairly regular consistency by those who sought firsthand knowledge of astronomy.
I mean, there's no doubt.
No, I want to look at the
Astronomy.
stars. I want to look at the stars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice
and I'm
petting.
bringing my finger.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, and you with this finger.
It's a finger boat.
Let it go.
It is.
Finger boat. The finger boat.
There was.
Sounds like something they serve at like an English cocktail party.
Would you like a finger
Have you
boat?
had a finger boat? Have a bit of finger boat. It's like an eclair banged an egg salad sandwich.
There was a certain amount of proposing on board, but I doubt whether the engagements will hold, the co-ed said. Some people got engaged on the fuck.
I love you.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
I don't love you no more.
That's the guy who gets it for the first time and he's like, I need to be with you forever.
Do you think anyone's ever proposed during a 69? I hope that's happened. I really hope in the history of time someone's been 69ing and been like, that's just
What'd you say?
Shut up! Shut up! Faster! Right there! Right there! Oh God!
Once off the ship, many of them will be forgotten. Of course, there were sheiks in the school, just like on land. But I dare say there was more.
Sheiks?
I think they mean guys who are like, you know.
How did they
ladies'
spell
men.
chic?
ladies.
No, SHEIKS.
Not like
CH.
CHIC.
No. I think they're. It probably means ladies' man. Right?
Okay, I don't know. It's to me. I thought you were like Mohammed bin Salman was on board or something.
But I dare say there was more necking back home in school than on the decks, which you must remember afford little privacy. School officials point with
So
pride.
there aren't rooms.
There's got to be, but there's probably
one large open
no. But
area.
it's probably they're probably like dorm roomy situation.
Yeah,
so you do it out on the
Okay.
deck.
What are you doing?
That's
in
where
the
I
dorm
finger.
room? What are you?
I'll finger in
Stop
I'll
suggesting
figure-
everything's a finger.
It's pretty common to be like, hey, you want to
Finger
hit
blast.
the shuttle board?
You want to go out for dinner and then maybe I'll finger you afterwards? I'll
want-
wash my hand.
dinner shuttle board finger.
If it goes down, it's fingy in the dinghy.
Yep,
You gotta-
that's right.
Back.
Fingy in the dinghy.
That's confusing for the
Fingy
captain.
in the dinghy.
What about the dinghy? Damn your finger in the dinghy. We'll
School-
hit it.
School officials point with pride to the fact that only 13 boys had to be shipped home for drunkenness, although admitting that the next classes will be selected with more care.
The class.
Only
13 guys-
boys had to be shipped home. for
13 guys
drunkenness.
got shipped off because they were shit-faced.
Only 13. Last year was 250. We've really tightened it up over here.
That's really amazing. Like God bless those.
That
those
really
kids.
should be like a 1927.
And that's the story of the fuck ferry.
Yeah, and that was the first fuck ferry.
It was.
It was awesome, that was. That's how I met your mum. I proposed when her muff was in my mouth and I'd cocked her face. I mean, that's the reason why we don't hear about those anymore, because it was probably just insane. They were probably headed to Reno for divorces right after.
Yeah, exactly.
Swordfish whale duel.
Come on now.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
Finally.
This is getting like some
Okay.
Sharknado tape.
Hey,
Right? Like,
I'd pay for that.
I would absolutely pay for it.
swordfish
Right?
whale duel.
Who you got? It's tough.
I'm going to give it to the swordfish.
I'm giving swordfish too.
I'm going whale.
Although you know what, swordfish gets in there, stuck once, over, and you can't get out.
The whale can do some damage.
And the sword, like the blubber, like you wouldn't be able to pull out of the blubber if you're. a
I've
swordfish.
pulled out
The
of the blubber, but that was the 80s.
the eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
true confessions.
I was on a fuck ferry,
I was on the-
and I'd never been so full of blubber. I pulled out.
Several schools of whales were seen on the way back to Honolulu, a number disporting between the steamer and land, and others out beyond toward the ocean. At one time, a swordfish leaped out of the water. He was evidently engaged in a bout with some whale. What became known of this fight will never be known, for the steamer kept on its way and the whales were finally lost.
So this is an article
Literally
about
nothing.
That's just total lie.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
No, literally,
Nothing
happened.
The swordfish was not fighting the whale.
No, he jumped up.
Yeah, he jumped.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then, they're
And
fighting.
the guy was like, "Oh, if only."
Finally, a whale swordfish battle.
Fight!
We didn't see it, but we're sure it was the Thriller in Manila of
Yeah.
aquatic fighting.
It was-
That's it.
Well, see that is a non-story. That's
It
a
is a
guy who's
total
like,
non-story.
imagine.
Yeah.
I saw a fish jump.
Yeah, I'm making something up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, hey, let me add a little pepper this time I saw a fish.
I don't know, man. That's kind of great. I see dolphins when I'm surfing all the
I mean-
time. This is making me like
Have you ever?
reevaluate how I need to.
You need to go deeper,
how
further
I'm-
out.
Yeah, I need
You got to
to
point
like.
break it.
I need to tell my surf tales to my friends.
Have you ever gone out on
Surf
like
tails is
a
good
boat
idea.
in a quay or something and see all the flying fish?
Oh yeah, sure.
Those are fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
Have you ever gone real far on land and seen the walking fish?
Yes, they're called snakeheads.
Yeah, they're crazy.
It's an invasive species.
Why don't you two
From
surf together?
China.
Is there a reason?
Because we don't live on the same coast.
Yeah.
But couldn't you guys maybe surf? I don't know how it works.
We
but
could
couldn't
work
you,
out a plan when we
Couldn't
surf
you
together.
surf
Yeah.
in the
We're going
middle and
to
meet each other?
eventually.
No, you need to stop
No.
talking now.
How does that work? Could you
That's
paddle
not-
your boards out there
Not a thing.
in your little suits?
Have you ever surfed on the Great Lakes?
No, but my friends have.
Because someone was making that offer. They would hook me up if I was ever there in the winter.
It's mush.
It sounds terrible.
Very cold mush.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
My buddy sent me some pictures. He got like waist high.
Yeah.
It's just beach break.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Fucking
guys
freeze.
frigid.
You freeze it.
Frigid.
maybe
Yeah.
you guys meet in the Gulf of America and go for one.
You know what? If we're gonna meet somewhere to surf, why don't we like meet somewhere warm with good waves?
I don't know. I'm not gonna-
Yes.
Yeah.
He makes a good point.
Send Dave a docu.
We have this technology.
Yeah,
Mm.
we do. Yeah.
We can do it.
I like this for you guys.
Silence while we think.
Is that a headline or are you
That's a
upset?
headline. It's a headline.
I
No.
say that often.
Dave's yelled
Yeah.
at me a lot during
Yeah.
the show.
Silence while we think. It's a podcasting moment.
Yeah.
From a circular received. The yesterday of today was the today of yesterday.
I hate this article more than anyone we've ever done.
Try that on your cerebral organ.
Fuck you, writer.
That's the whole thing.
My cerebral organ.
Yeah, use that in your
That's
brain.
it?
Yeah, it was.
Silence while we think.
That's
It should have just stopped there.
that's filler.
Silence.
That's paper filler.
Silence.
It's like a dad writing an article to his son.
Yeah.
Silence while I drink.
Abusive phone calls traced to ex-husband.
Surprise. Surprise.
This is just
Amazing. Who would have thought?
Miss Rudolph Stein, a nurse employed at the Robinson home, notified Captain of Police Poa yesterday afternoon that a man was continually ringing her up on the telephone and using abusive and profane language.
Why did you leave me?
You fucking bitch!
Click. I think I know who it is.
In cooperation with the telephone company, a trap was set.
Ooh.
And about 15 minutes later, Captain Poa was told by telephone officials that if he would go to 236 South King Street,
They traced the call.
he would find another author. He would find the author of the profane language.
Nice way of putting an abusive call.
I hopped into an auto. I mean, I don't care what year it is. You don't say that.
I think that's
I
fine.
don't give a shit. Like it's 1901, 1927.
He should have been
in an
fired.
No one goes, I
immediately.
got into an auto. No, you didn't. You're already lying. The cops lie. Said Captain Poa. And just as I made my entrance at 236 South King Street, I found Rudolph Stein in an intoxicated condition telephoning.
I
I knew he was German.
Yeah. Two giveaways.
It's just a drunken German and just infuriated. Did I not do my best to make you happy?
I tried everything I gave and I gave this relationship.
And I gave everything was good and in orderly. Alles ist in Orden. But you left anyway? Nein, 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 you Scheiße.
We have no idea who this is.
That sounds like my German ex-husband.
We
I
got to
don't
trace
know.
the call. He's being very specific.
He was in an intoxicated condition telephoning to his former wife and using language.
Oktoberfest!
We
using
don't know who it could be.
October.
Schnauzer!
Steins.
We're just literally naming
Hogan?
Das Boot.
described by her in her report to me. Stein was taken to police headquarters and held for investigation. What? There's no investigation.
We're gonna fingerprint him.
He's drunk as shit.
Yeah, he's hammered.
He's a
I
drunk
admit I
German.
did it. Well, we gotta further dig.
Telephone authorities will swear to a warrant this morning on charges of using profane language over the telephone. That's when you can get charged for that.
Yeah.
Swearing over the phone.
Swearing.
Well, harassment, because I remember when I found out about yeah.
Yeah. When you found out that you couldn't do that anymore?
No, the invention of Star 69. They did not come on the news and be like, there's new technology to stop prank calls. They let the parents let the kids know.
Yeah.
And we'd been pranking this kid for like months. And then all of a sudden, the one day we were sitting there and my friend's mom came in and she goes, whatever, I won't say the last name, but like Mrs. is on the phone. And we were like, the actual fuck? She was like, I guess there's something called Star 69 and they traced the call back. And we were like, fucking toast.
Dude, my buddy Brian, he was really good at prank calling. Him and his friends in his house they lived in were just prank calling all the local businesses, restaurants, and
it was the best.
Like hilarious shit. But he was telling us about this and, we pranked this place and told them, we got a hold of something bad and now we got the shits and they need to, we're going to call the health department, blah, blah, blah,
Randy
blah,
started
blah.
crying. He's like, flashback.
And I'm just, I'm just laughing. So then I get this idea. My buddy, his wife, she was a school teacher with a very strict voice. So we pranked the caller and it was like, hello, is this Brian Culleton? Yes. This is before we had.
Yeah, the
It's
tech.
like, hey, this is Janet Ludlow down at AT&T, and we've received many, many calls from different local area businesses saying that you've been pranking them, complaining about this. And he's like, and she started listing the restaurant, precisely everything. And it's like, this is a federal offense.
Oh my God.
He's just like, oh. It was so great, man.
And then what? You gave the reveal?
No.
No.
Just let it ride.
Yeah,
Let it ride,
Yeah.
dude.
Got
He still is like,
Let it ride for a while, man.
Yeah.
He was shitting his pants.
I bet.
He's just like, how did they know about McDonald's? How did they know?
that was so niche.
Yeah.
It was an accidental one.
Yeah. So good.
It's so advanced now. There's a kid in Finn's class who just poses as young women online and just gets thousands of dollars from old dudes by pretending he's going to go. Like there's a guy in Germany he was
Wait
getting
a
thousands of dollars from because the guy thought that he was going to fly out like a 16-year-old girl to bang. And then he'd just get thousands of dollars and then it'd be like, fuck off, you loser. And just keeps the money.
Holy
It is
shit.
100%.
How old is this child?
The guy doing it, he's like 16.
Oh my God. So he's like catfishing these fuckers.
Who are fucking pedophile creeps.
That's fucking
So
awesome.
I am
So is
both
everything
opposed and for it.
Yeah, both opposed
It's
and
really,
for it.
it's like weird when you're fighting like pedophilia with capitalism.
Yeah.
Fight!
Yeah. A 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Are they, is he doing cryptocurrency or something in order to get the payment? Yeah.
Well, imagine trying to get your money back.
Cryptocurrency.
He gets all crypto.
Reporting it to the police. Like, so.
He's got an entire forum of all these pedos that he just sucks money up from. And then
Don't say it like that.
And then when they get to like, I want to fly you out, here's the money, then he blocks them and they go away.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And that's how he's going to pay for college.
I mean,
Yeah, it
honestly,
is.
so
It
he's going to
is.
get on a boat.
Bumming pedophiles out. And
It's crazy. The world.
I mean, look, I know that they're problematic in society, but I always say, let them know. I mean, even a pedophile, let them down easy. That's what I've
Wow.
always said. What? Break up with them.
Hey, Aaron, can you cut that?
yeah, that's not good.
What? I know. I'll say it into the Hi, hey everybody.
You're not even looking at
Trump's a pedo. Look, my point is, what's our sponsor?
Let's move on.
Who we got?
We're going down in flames.
Oh, come on.
Our sponsor is Ashley Madison.
Oh boy, that's tough.
Do you
Which
want
one
to
is
do you
that?
do you want to date
Ashley Madison.
do you
that
want to
what-
date someone who's
That was
also
the
not
one-
real?
Oh, that's the one
Ashley
where
Madison's the one where they like when they did an investigation they found like nobody's. They're just sucking
It was dudes
money
like
from people.
It was crazy.
yeah, it's
It was
nobody's
such a
real.
scheme, and the amount of men who were like, Ooh.
Oh, it's like married people who want to like fuck around.
Yeah, cheat.
right,
But none of there were like no women
It
on
was
there.
all
It was
fake.
just all dudes
Yeah.
talking to fucking fake people.
Yeah. Classic dudes.
Okay, back to this, whatever was happening in this.
Sure.
Stein is a former detective who has been separated from his wife for some time.
So he was a
course.
detective doing this.
Yeah, what a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
your
What a
papers.
fucking idiot. Like, dude, you knew you're a detective.
How did you?
Like, come on, man.
Detective in Deutschland.
So fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
Do not have call tracing in Deutschland. Yeah.
It wasn't me. He's still holding the phone.
Yeah.
I can still hear you.
There's no headline in this.
That doesn't matter.
Dean
Excuse me?
Deaning?
Are you doing German?
I-N-G-E.
Inge?
Inge? Is it Inge?
Sure.
In English, I feel like it's Inge.
English.
Of St. Paul's in London says there ought to be lady housemaids. This is going to
Is
get
that a
bad. This is going to get
controversial-
bad, isn't it? This is
But
gonna-
but in
There ought to
1927,
be
that doesn't feel like
Lady housemaids?
that feels like non-controversial back then.
Or, like
well, let's
isn't that kind of like just saying there ought to be gas stations where I can get
Or like
Yes,
there
or-
ought to be waitresses.
Yeah. Also,
Until then, it was.
were there
Let's
a
see
bunch
what-
of dude housemaids
the
running
idea that
around?
there was a
like
lot of
little,
dude housemaids.
little French. like
Your
French-
door was quite dusty, sir.
Also,
Bend over.
I'd like to turn your bed down, but I don't do windows.
Your laundry's done.
Your laundry's done. Jeffrey,
Your counters were quite muddy, sir.
would you care for a biscuit?
It was shag, sir.
also, the social status of domestic service should be raised so that it could be recognized as an honorable
As
profession.
a human being.
Wow.
Is it?
Honestly,
Honorable profession for the daughters of professional men.
it's a very. It's very strange because
Right?
Well,
yes, because you go through a
I-
phase, obviously, where that is considered a female occupation,
but you said also honorable.
also honorable,
Honorable.
So
and
you guys just did the Poe thing, the first
Yes.
part, and I know a bit about Poe because he was from Richmond,
Yep.
representing. His mother is
wouldn't be too proud.
his Mary is hey man, he was a brilliant writer, but
It was.
there's
not great.
there's a little
He's
some
not great.
sketchy things, sketchy things about it.
Yeah.
But his mother is buried up the hill from where I used to live, up in Church Hill, in an
Oh.
unmarked grave,
Oh wow.
because she was an actress and she
Right.
died
Yeah,
in
right.
Richmond.
A great actress.
Yes, but at that time, even though people went to the theater, being an actress or an actor was a disreputable profession.
Right.
It was almost close to like prostitution the way they viewed it.
Still is.
Yeah.
Right?
But she's buried up in the yard of St. John's Church in
Uh-huh.
Richmond. Which
Still
is,
unmarked?
yes, which is they don't know precisely where she is.
Oh.
Because she was an actress, and that's the same church where Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
Oh, okay.
Lots of history
Jeez.
A
there.
lot of history, yeah.
well, Poe.
Well, why don't you just run the fucking show?
Okay, Dave, chill out. It's okay.
1776.
No! Well, oh my God. What happened that year?
Okay, so he thinks this would solve a great social program. It would temporarily. This is now our newspaper talking, I think. The real solution is to develop electrical apparatus to take the place of housemaids.
Roombas.
I mean,
They're already going
honestly,
straight to AI.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's like
to
must.
Zumbas or
Yeah.
Roombas.
yeah.
Is
What
it-
if we have a robot?
Yeah.
Wow.
The fuck?
Are they called Roombas?
Roomba, yeah.
Yeah, my buddy got one recently.
Oh, yeah. Roombas are.
Oh, I have one.
And he like showed it to me. It's
They're-
like he programmed it.
They're
and
great.
It maps everything.
Yeah, I mean,
They're-
it tells Google where everything is in your house. But
That's
they're
cool.
great.
I just wasn't impressed. It
also,
seems like it took a long time
It does take a while.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
it
into
scares
it.
the
to where I could just be like,
animals.
okay, we're done.
I agree. That's how I feel. I'm like, I'll get that done quicker, and it's not as big of a.
It
fucking
happens when I'm not there.
And I'm
or
not.
when I'm
I
asleep.
told
Well-
I told my buddy Patty that the thing is going to fucking turn on him one
deal.
night.
I agree.
It's going to come
I
out.
hope so.
He's got the one. It's
Excuse
got the stand, and it backs in.
That's
and
right.
it washes itself and it comes out.
Washes itself.
Yeah, and there's this little
It's got
arm
a
that
little-
comes out.
This little shotgun swings out, and
yeah,
it also has a blade. Like
Where
a
is
blade.
Yes.
the money, Patty?
It
Yeah.
can slice your Achilles heel. Whoa! Yeah, it's great. They're great.
Patty Platinum. He's one of my surfing buddies, but we call him Patty Platinum because he's got nice things.
Uh-huh.
Well,
But I question his vacuum cleaner purchase.
I don't.
I
I have
agree.
one. I
His
like
robot.
Yeah. Dave is
And I call it
surprisingly.
the little robot that my wife hates.
Do you have like the Google all over your house? Like that
No,
shit,
I don't
turn on
use
lights?
I don't use the one that's associated with
Dave's
Google.
wife is a robot.
It's an ungoogle one.
Ungoogle?
Yeah, it's
That'd be a
not
great
Google.
website.
I try to keep
Okay.
Google away out of my house for most stuff.
Right.
Well, we have the podcast email is Google, but I'm trying to get away from Google.
Google,
See,
as we say.
Well, we don't say that.
Google.
We're not saying that.
we
Yeah.
are.
We're not.
We've always said
We're
that
not
on the
saying
show.
that. We're not.
Google.
It's not who we are.
Would you
Google
just
me.
stop?
Google me.
What's the matter with you?
For once, I didn't want to do a Nazi podcast.
Google.
For once, I didn't want this to turn into a Nazi podcast.
We want the Roombas.
The Roombas and the Googles.
What do you know, Roomba? What have you picked up on?
The real solution is to develop electrical apparatus to take the place of the housemaids. Any woman good enough to be a good housemaid ought to be married and taking care of a family.
It's so
This is
fucking-
just not.
You knew,
It's
you
I
so-
didn't
knew.
see that coming.
I didn't either. I really thought that
And this
that
is in
You
1927.
knew that was going to come.
It felt
We
like
need robots.
yes, it felt like it was going to take a
Because
suffrage, like there was going to be a moment
Yes.
of like it
Freedom.
needs- freedom only to just be like, good Lord, how's she going to absorb all the babies if she's cleaning?
It's like,
She's there to make pools and pools of children.
how can they be constantly birthing if they are out doing the mopping, the folding, the laundry,
If
the
you're
dishes?
walking-
Nine.
If you're walking and cleaning, you're not getting babies. The nuclear household will fall apart. It's what Elon said.
Where are we at with time?
1 minute?
1 minute.
We got 1 minute left.
We got 1 minute.
Go.
Well, we've done
Quick,
a Google.
go,
We've
go,
done a Google
go.
hours. Wow.
Machine gun patrols.
Yes.
Fine. Jeez.
Finally.
A little. You haven't heard everything yet.
I'm from
30?
Virginia, man.
Yeah, this gets him excited. 35 machine gun patrols
All right, I'm on board.
and all have been detailed to duty at strategic points in the city by police headquarters. What the fuck?
In Honolulu?
Yeah.
Wow. Seems like
That's not Aloha spirit.
No,
at all.
well, they were
No.
keeping the fucking
a blowhop.
howlies away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The waves are good.
They were shooting the waves.
Duke Kahanamoko said enough.
Yeah.
They
You
did.
howly motherfuckers, get
That's
out of
right.
here. My surf.
I haven't
beach.
understood what anyone said for a minute and
My
a half.
waves. Go home.
Yeah.
All gangsters and hotbeds of disorder are being closely watched, and strictest discipline will be maintained at the polling places. Oh, it's for
Oh my God.
elections.
It's for the poll guy.
It's for
The one
elections.
It's
Poll
at
guy?
the poll guy at the polling place.
How am I polling?
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
The poll guy.
Poll guy, the drunk poll guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't necessarily make the joke connection, but it's pretty good.
I can't believe what I just read. What happened to America?
History.
Is that
We're
it?
living in it.
That's it. That's all we're doing.
Okay.
Well, it was interesting.
Hmm?
It's a better time.
We're doomed.
Favorite part of that one? I'll go.
Go ahead.
The fuck university. The water fuck university.
I think that was, the most, I don't know, it had the most zest, I guess.
it was when they made scurvy and STD finally.
Yeah,
That's
finally.
that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
You're not gonna weigh in?
No. I mean, obviously, the best story of all these was the crazy swordfish whale fight.
I don't agree.
Never get better than that.
Randy, people go to randyblythe.net.
That's right.
See your book tour,
You can read my Substack, Randonesia.
which I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
And you're prolific. A prolific
Yes,
individual.
okay.
He's running from something.
Yeah, he's running. He's surfing from something. Whatever it is, we're glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
All right, this next one goes out to Randy Blythe. I just wanted to dedicate something to you, like you did to
thank
me.
you.
If Dave had come to the show that night, he would have had a song dedicated to him too, right?
He would have.
You've never seen someone have as much energy. It was funny to me that I was like, we were just hanging out in a green room, and then he's jumping
Yeah.
20 feet, pouring water all over himself.
He's a rock guy.
It's full, but it's like it's beyond just being a rock guy.
Well, it's a particular type of rock guy.
It's full body.
That type of rock guy.
I have to do all
is-
that to make up for the lack of talent.
I
Actual
don't even
music
think
talent.
that's true. I don't even think that's true. But I'm going to start doing that at our shows.
Thank you.
It's going to be a
Please do.
lot more jumping off of speakers,
Yeah.
running around. This next pun goes out. I'm going to do like that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah.
Get
All right.
aggressive with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're coming around for a part 2, so
I will be here for a part 2.
all right. Well, as always, we want to say thanks to everybody, and
Don't kill yourselves.
Thank you.
Chins up.
Chins
Later,
up.
man. Fucking Jesus.
Dave's a cop.